Hello everyone, welcome again to another video. So here is the tutorial for you on how to make a simple beaded cross. I have here in different colors. I have them in gold, I have them in white and blue, silver, and this is the big one. I use 8mm to make, but the rest I use 6mm. I have silver and coffee. Beautiful. So let's get started. Hello and welcome back. So on my table I have here different kinds of bead. I have my shiny bead over here. This is a shiny bead, 8mm. I'm going to use this 6mm to make the pendant, to make the cross, 6mm. I'm going to use this 4mm blue pearls over here. This is very blue pearl that I'm also going to use. And also I have here 12mm blue pearls, and I have one in ivory. This is the shiny bead I showed to you earlier. Shiny bead, it's a blue but shiny things on it. And this one is pearl in 12mm. That's all we are going to use today. Here is my fishing line. I'm going to use this one is 50-pound fishing line, but it's a very soft touch, very soft. And I'm going to use pliers to cut any loose thread. So let's get started. We are going to use simple beading method today, and I'm going to start with 4 flower beading. We are going to use 4 flower beading. I'm going to string all these 4 on my line like this. Then I'm going to hold the last bead and cross with my other end. Pull down like this. Again, I'm going to add one bead on each side of my line like this, and we are going to cross into this third bead, this one. I'm going to cross both ends of my line into this bead and pull. Now we have 2 flowers in each line. One bead on each line, and I'm going to cross again into this bead. I'm crossing and pull. Now we have 3 flowers done. So we are going to continue to make it. We add one more, one bead on each line again. I'm going to cross into this one. So cross and pull. And this is 4. We are going to make total 7. This is 4. And now this is 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, this is 6 that I made, and I'm going to add one more to make 7. So I add one again on my line. Then I'm going to cross into my last bead, this one. So we have total 7 flowers. We are going to have 7 flowers in total, like this. I made 7. So let me show you how we are going to lock this line into the bead. Here is my line. My line is up here, this one. I'm going to go through this one. So I'm coming down 1 step into this bead, okay, and I'm going to cross into this one, the middle bead over here. I'm going to cross my line into it like this. Then I'm going to hold my left line again. This one, I'm going to go 1 step down into this bead. Now I'm going to cross into my middle bead again. I'm going to cross this one also into this bead, the same bead that we crossed the first one. We are going to use the same bead to cross the left line like this. This is how it's looking like. I'm going to go 1 step again. I'm going through this bead, and I'm going to cross into the middle bead. That way I'm sure my line is well locked into the bead. I'm going down 1 bead again, this one, into that bead, and cross into this one, the middle bead. Cross and pull. Now we know our line is well secured, and now we can trim it off. This is how it's looking like. So now I'm going to trim this excess line off. Remember we made 7, okay? We made 7 flowers, and this is how it's looking like. So I'm going to lay this piece down over here like this, and I'm going to get a new line. This is how it's looking like. Make 7, okay? Remember we make 7 flowers. So I cut a new fresh line, and I'm going to make 4 flower again. I put 4 bead on my line, and I'm going to cross again like we did for the first one, like how we started. I'm doing the same thing over here like this. Okay, you make 1, and now on each line we add 1 1 on each line again. So now I'm going to hold my piece that we create 1 2 3. Okay, let me hold it up. 1 2 3. I'm going to cross both ends of my line into the third one, this one. I'm crossing both ends of my line into this one and pull, and this is what we have. Now this line into the next bead, this one. I'm going to pull my line through the next bead like this. I'm going to hold the other end, this one. I'm going to pull through the next bead. So this is how my line is showing here. This is how my line is showing, and I'm going to cross into this bead. I'm going to cross both ends of my line into this third bead and pull. So now this is where my line is, in this bead right here. This is where my line is, this bead, in this bead. Okay, now we are going to continue. So I'm adding 1 1 bead on each line. I add 1 bead on each line like this. Then I'm going to cross both ends of my line into this bead, this one. So again, I'm going to add 1 1 bead on my line. I'm adding 1 bead on my line, add to the left and add to the right line. And I'm going to cross into the third bead like this. Okay, you put it like this. Then I'm going to cross both ends of my line into this third bead and pull. If you follow the steps, this is what you have. You have exactly what I have over here. Now I'm going to lock the line. So I'm going to go 1 step down into this bead. I'm going to go into this bead again. Pull my line into this middle bead. I'm going to hold the other end of my line and go 1 bead down. So I'm going to go into this bead, a side bead over here, and I'm going to cross again into the middle bead, the exact bead that we crossed the first line into. I'm going through that bead again and pull. Now I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to go 1 bead down and cross again into the middle bead, going down, cross into this middle bead. I'm going to hold the other side of my line, go 1 bead down and cross into the middle bead and pull. So if you follow the steps that we made, this is what you have. You have a little cross like this, and we are going to make 2 of these. We are going to create 2, okay, 2 of these. Okay, this is my second one that I made, and we are going to put these 2 pieces together and join them, and I'm going to show you how we are going to do it. Put it together, okay? So here's my line that I cut. I'm putting these 2 pieces together, and I'm going to go through this side bead over here. Pull my line through the side bead, and I'm going to add 1 bead to my line. This is the bead that I add to my line, and I'm going to hold the other end of my line into this side bead of the second piece. I'm going through this side bead again, and now I pull. Now I'm going to take one bead and cross both ends of my line into it and pull. I take one bead, cross both ends of my line into it and pull. And this is where you have this line into the next bead. Pulling through the next bead, my left line into the next bead. And I'm going to take one bead and cross both ends of my line into it and pull. Like this. Now into the next bead. Pulling my line through the next bead with my right line. Then I'm going to hold my left line and go through the next bead. This bead. Now take one bead, cross both ends of your line into it and pull. Pull down. Now into the next bead again, we are going to repeat the same thing. We are going to repeat and pull the lines through the edge bead. Then we are going to take one bead and cross both ends of our line into it and pull. Like exactly what I'm doing over here. Now we are going to go round the edge. I'm going to go to the next two beads again. Go to every bead on the edge. Go to one by one. Add your bead and pull. I'm going to cross into this bead and pull. I'm going to go to the next bead. I'm crossing both ends of my line into this bead and pull. So this is what we are going to repeat round until we complete this shape. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also turn on your notification for any new video that I'll be uploading. Thank you. So we are going to continue round this shape. This is how it's looking like. So I'm halfway done and I'm going to do the rest of camera. So continue to do yours and I'll meet you back here. Let's go round and complete this shape. Okay, this is how it's looking like. Very beautiful already. Okay, now I'm going to put the last bead at the end of my piece. I'm going to pick up one bead and cross and pull, and now mine is complete. So I'm going to weave the rest of my line over here into the bead. Make sure it's well secured enough before I trim the line off. And this is how it's looking like. Very, very beautiful. Look at it. Very beautiful piece. So now this is our cross. Very simple beaded cross. Now I'm going to put my line through the back bead over here. I'm going to put my line through it, and I'm going to add 4 4mm pearls. I'm going to add 4. Okay, these are 4mm pearls in blue color. I'm going to string 2 on each side of my line like this. So I put 2 on each side of my line, and I'm going to hold both ends of my line and tie. We are going to tie over here. Tie and tie this. You tie in the middle. Okay, tie in between the bead and not on the bead. So I tie in between the bead over here. Now I'm going to pull both ends of my line together, and I'm going to string 1 pearl. This is a 6mm pearl that I use for the cross. I string 1 on it. You can make this your own. Okay, do it how you like it. You don't necessarily have to follow my pattern. I'm just making a pattern how it's going to look pretty. So I'm putting 1 shiny bead on it again, and I'm going to add 1 pearl bead like this. I'm adding 1 pearl, and this is how it's looking like. Now I'm going to add another shiny bead again like this. I'm going to split my line, and I'm just going to string all blue on each side of my line like this. Okay, now we are going to put another one. I put this is 12mm pearls. I'm putting on each side of my line. This is how it's looking like so far. So what I'm going to add again, I'm going to add white pearls, the pearl that we use for the cross. This is 6mm. I'm adding to my line again, both sides, okay, like this. You can make this your own and design it how you like it, okay. So I'm going to add 2 more shiny beads to my line. So I'm going to go ahead, continue to add more beads to my line. This is how it's looking like so far. Very pretty. I think this pattern is looking beautiful. I'm just going to string more bead, add more colors to it, and see how it's going to look like. And this is what I did, okay. I just add some pearls and some blue bead in between the 6mm pearls that I use, and this is how it's looking like. Very, very beautiful. So you can add more bead to yours, to your design length that you want it, okay. So this one you can hang it in your car. If you want it around your neck, you want to use it as necklace, add more bead so it will be long for you to wear as necklace. Yeah, this is how our beaded cross is looking like. Very, very beautiful. You can do this in many colors. Look at how pretty this turned out. So the rest of the line, I'm going to whip it back round into the bead. Look at how pretty it looks like. This is easy to make. A beginner can make this. I like it so much. And I did some different colors. I did it in coffee. This is silver. These are all pretty colors that you can make for yourself. They look very vibrant, very beautiful. So these are all of them. I made the gold one too, and the big one I make in 8mm. This is how they are looking like. This is coffee. I made this in coffee. Look at how pretty it turned out to be. And this one is silver, okay. I made it with silver. This is metallic silver that I use, and this is the one we made right now. I use white and blue color, also pretty, and this one is in gold. And the rest I make for the big one is 8mm bead I use. I hope this tutorial helped you to make one for yourself. Thank you for joining me again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.